The book I read for this project was called The Teacher Who Couldn't Read, One Man's Triumph Over Illiteracy by John Corcoran. And there were a few concepts I saw throughout reading this book. The one that the author kept repeating is that he believes not teaching a child to read is considered child abuse, and that it has a lot of effect on a child throughout the years to come even. And I completely agree with him. In this book, he writes about how his childhood, through his adulthood, and everything he had to do while not being able to read. It's amazing to me how he was passed from grade to grade, and nobody, not even his parents, knew that he could read it. Like, he couldn't read a single word. I understand why he believes it's child abuse, mostly because he lived it and knows how hard it is, but also because not knowing how to read affected his speech and how he communicated with people. It also had a huge effect on him emotionally. His family moved, I think he said, like 17 times, and he attended 17 different schools. At one school, he was even placed in what the teacher called the dumb row, and that made him feel worthless and like he was stupid, when in reality, he was actually really smart, and he only lacked the basic skills of reading and writing. Having to go through elementary school, high school, and college to become a teacher sounds impossible, but John perfected ways to cheat, or even he even made deals with classmates, and that got him through his years of school. When he became a teacher, he taught through activities, and he just taught verbally to his students, and he even did verbal test taking, where he would just quiz them and kind of talk to them about everything that they understood that he was teaching. And when they had to read, or when he would take attendance, he mostly relied on a student. He would pick one student that he believed had the best reading skills, and he would have them take attendance or grade tests. And even at the beginning of the year when he had to learn names, he came up with a system of, he would go around with the attendance list, and he would ask each student their name, and to check off, who they were, and he would just learn their names through looking at their faces and talking to them. But he would always find a clever way to get stuff done. But throughout his life, he faced so many physical and emotional challenges, and it all could have been easier if any one of his teachers as a child took the time to teach him and work with him on his reading. Another thing he taught me throughout this book is that everyone has the power to read. Some people just learn differently, but reading is a necessity, and there are people out there that will meet your needs, and you can learn how to read. Overall, I thought this book was very inspirational, and it was a really good book. At some parts I got kind of bored, but it was just really repetitive, but I really did like it. And I can't believe he went on to becoming a teacher despite not knowing how to read, and the only person that knew was his wife, Kathy. But I think it's awesome how at around 40 years old, he went to a center, like a clinic, and finally started to mend his emotional scars by learning how to read and write. And yeah, that's what I learned.